on Boylston Street. And Will Middlebrooks is here early. Good morning, Brooksy.
Good morning. I did leave early because you never know.
Yeah.
And by the way, it sounds like a judgment zone, to be honest.
It is. Yeah, it does. It's unfair to Wiggy.
Yeah.
I mean, he lets himself.
It doesn't bother me.
He lets himself have.
He
some
didn't
fun
even
today.
flinch. I watched for.
No. It doesn't. It's like, it's what do they say in sports? You just got to move on.
Tough skin.
Yeah,
Thick
that's it.
skin.
I mean, Wiggy basically took liberties and created Brooksy. Is that okay with you?
That's what I was called when I played. So
okay? So that's fine.
Game 1 of spring training, Will Fleming and I declared that.
Okay.
So it was just because he was there first. Will Squared's a little weird.
Yeah.
And then every time someone says Will, we both turn around. So I'm still trying to default to Brooksy.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Sean wanted to tell you. Sean, what do you want to tell him? He's doing a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job yesterday. I thought your breakdown of the Kelly implosion in the 7th inning was very well done.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to bring that up today. It was a new day today. I wanted to start fresh, but that was. I mean, if we're gonna get into it, that was an ugly loss against a really bad team. They should sweep these guys.
It's like a Jekyll and Hyde, though, for them.
Yeah, it is. It's hot and cold. There's really no room temperature whatsoever. They're really, really good. And we're like, oh, this is who they're supposed to be. And they do it for 4 or 5 days in a row, and then they'll pull out one like yesterday.
But what is that from your mind?
If I had the answer, I think I would already have told
managing,
them. But
you'd be Alex Cora?
No. See, you're trying to put me on a tee right now. You smoked me in the fairway already. I hadn't even had coffee yet.
Yeah.
You think it's the manager? No, I don't. I think there's a lot of different variables. I mean, yesterday was a trickle-down effect. So if you look at the first game where Weiser came in, Weiser's been really good. He gives up the homer to Robert, which sends the extra innings. Then we have to go to Garrett Whitlock in the 10th. He probably would have thrown 2 innings yesterday had he not thrown in the first game. So it's like the domino effect of trying to space out your best guys, and then one thing goes wrong in the first game, you have to turn to that guy because you don't want to lose that game, which he came in, did his job, but then he couldn't pitch yesterday. And you go to Zach Kelly, and you saw what happened.
You give Tanner one more inning then if he's rolling like that? Maybe.
I don't think so.
No?
Not that pitch count, and I thought he needed a bounce back outing.
Mm-hmm.
He needs some confidence, and let's say you send him back out to face those guys a third time through, who knows what happens. And then that snowball effect just mentally of coming off a terrible start, having another bad start, and that you have to build these guys up for the 162.
When it comes to the offense struggling, we talked a little bit with Craig Breslow about this, and he brought up, not being prepared coming out of spring training, and then kind of backed down and flipped it and said, he felt like they were prepared coming out. Is that just because every excuse in the book has been utilized, whether it's the cold weather here? What's the issue when it comes to some of these guys struggling offensively?
Well, I mean, you have to break it down individually. It's not one cookie-cutter thing for every guy. Every guy's got some. Tristan Casas, I think, is probably the main guy right now I'm worried about the most, just because his power potential, his ability to hit 30 homers, and at the first base position, you're not getting much of that at all. Like, he had the walk-off hit off the wall. That was great. And he had some at-bats over the last, week where you're like, okay, he's close. But then he just it's not turning that page. It's not getting over that hill. Almost knocked that down.
Yeah.
But what I think with him is he is a naturally passive hitter, which is okay. But if they want him to be aggressive, they're telling him, hey, we want you to swing early in counts, because that's when he's getting his best pitch to hit. You see him take breaking balls down the middle first pitch. That might be the best thing he gets to hit that entire bat. So they're trying to make him more aggressive, and I think he's uncomfortable doing that. And that's what it looks like. So he's trying to become that guy where he's aggressive. You're seeing a lot of swings early in counts because he's pushing that. He's trying to be that guy. It's just I think he's uncomfortable doing that, and it's going to take a little bit of time.
Wiggy has this theory. It's an overall league thing where guys are swinging for the fences.
Of course,
would be the best.
That's the analytical thing. Is like, look at the Red Sox when they win games, they hit homers. Look at every team around baseball. If they out-homer their opponent, they win. That's just the game. It's hard to string together 5-6 hits an inning when guys are throwing 100.
The days, I feel like the days of the Tony Gwynn's just trying to put the ball in play or opposite field looking for the gaps. I feel like those days are over where it's, guys are swinging for the fences, and, even with pitches, they're just trying to mow down guys rather than
it's power versus power,
corners
not
and stuff
command,
like that.
And then back control and the old school way of baseball. Yeah, it's gone.
When it comes to issues defensively, though, Bregman has had a bit of an error problem. Yeah. And I know it's early in the season, he's on a new team, but is that something that they should be worried about, especially because there's been so much buildup?
I don't think so. I think part of your job as a first baseman too. There's some of those balls that should have been caught at first base. And even if you look at Trevor Story, he's worn like 3 errors that he should. One was a pop up he lost in the sky. He dove for it, missed it on that day in left field. Christian Campbell gave him a bad feed. He had to like barehand and try to throw it to first. They didn't pick it up. And then 2 days ago, Casas had that double play ball where he should have caught it and just went to second base on the inside where he had a lane to throw, tagged the bag instead. And at that point, as a right-handed first baseman, you have no lane to throw the baseball. There's a base runner in front of you. Wide throw, tries to make a play, throw the tag down, the ball rolls out of his gloves, the runner moves up. So he's worn errors that I think Trevor Story is one of the best shortstops in baseball. But you look at the errors don't always tell the full story. But Bregman, as far as Bregman goes, I thought there were some throw issues, maybe even starting in spring training, just throwing the ball low. So we started looking at the metrics. I know you hate that, right? You hate that, but that's baseball.
I love them all day.
But that's baseball now, and
yeah.
If you don't evolve, you just kind of get lost in it. So it's like he's getting to so many more balls than we haven't even seen third baseman in Boston get to in a long time.
Yeah.
Since
Will was there.
Yeah, probably not. But I was all right defensively. I just couldn't hit. I was like, Greg, get the plate. I wasn't a shot at you. That was a shot at me.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
To your original question, I think there's no worries with Bregman. I still think he's a go-go third baseman. He's made some errors. I'd say 2 or 3 throws that probably should have been caught at first base. That's part of the job at first base.
It feels like this all goes back to Casas at the plate and at first base.
Right now, he's having a tough time.
And so he's somebody that played that position. We all know baseball players, the judgment of the official scorer is put into question. If the guys on the infield feel like they're getting errors because Casas can't pick them up, and then he's not picking you up at the plate. I mean, I heard Lou on Nesson right after the walk-off saying, maybe this is Casas' shot to catapult himself back in, and it just feels like he's just uncomfortable.
You hate him, though.
I don't hate anything. I hate the fact that people say that
hate's a strong word.
Right.
I strongly dislike.
Well, I'll put it
I
this
hate
way.
some people.
When they're struggling on one side of the ball, a lot of times it bleeds over into the other side, unless you're elite. It's just hard for you to separate the two. So it's just a confidence thing. That's in any sports, in any job. If you have a couple bad shows in here doing your show, you probably don't feel great about yourself.
Yeah.
Is it a tough market, too?
Is it like a yoga thing? Is he not, does he need to adjust the yoga routine?
I stay out of the personal routines, man.
Yes.
I just think.
What was the strangest routine of a guy that you played with?
Oh, geez.
Or yourself?
Well, when I played, you weren't really allowed to be like that.
Yeah, no.
Would get.
That's society in general.
Taped up and in a closet somewhere. But that's just the difference in the eras of baseball.
Wasn't a lot of
I sound like
fingernail
an old
painting.
head saying that. I'm 36, but baseball's changed a lot in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I like it. I like that he's different.
I'm fine with it. Look, be you. Do what makes you happy. And if it doesn't hurt anybody else in the locker room, who cares?
Yeah. The problem is, and you know this, in this city, if you want to do all that stuff, you also have to be producing. Because all of a sudden those are the reasons you're not producing. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Right. If Greg didn't have a Marconi, we'd give him crap about the Peyton Pritchard sweatshirt. But he didn't, so.
Isn't this thing nice? I mean, really.
Pritch, please.
It's almost too cool.
I got the full pitch, please in the back.
There you go.
All right, you're here for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We are with Will Middlebrooks. When we come back, this particular day has significance for you and the guys on that 2013 team. You posted about it yesterday, so I want to talk to you a little bit about that and more on Marathon Monday at the Capital Grille at WEEI.